Welcome to Ask Cadence, everybody. My name is Pete Wright, and I'm sitting here at the round table with John Patton. John, hello. How are you?
Hello, Pete. Glad to be here.
Good to see you again. And Wil Mercer, now an alum of the Ask Cadence crew.
Thank you very much, Pete. It's great to be here.
Good to have you here. I have a problem on a problem card today from a course that happened in China quite recently.
Great.
We have a technical problem that has not been solved before mass production. What do we do? Do we cancel? Do we keep looking for another solution?
Excellent. This comes up quite often, especially in high tech, and I think it's where our cadence management tools can really be an aid to the project manager. Having had the work done in our introduction and really defining our cost, schedule, and performance, now we're getting into one of the key things of a technical deliverable not being met. So our performance would have a challenge, and we've got the ability to pull the team together and all the partners, not just our technical core team members, but our core team members, and in this case, possibly our sponsor or steering committee, so that everyone is aware of the situation. And if we absolutely cannot come up with the technical solution, we may be able to change our specifications or measures in our deliverable. We may have to relax a spec, but we have to make sure that we do it in such a manner like we had set up our project through our cadence management tools to make sure there's no surprises to any team members and that it is the right thing to do. If we are not able to loosen up a spec and we just can't solve the technical problem, then we may have to make one of the most difficult decisions a project manager has to make, and that is, after consulting with their team, to come and actually propose canceling this effort if it does not meet a key specification requirement. Because if we go off into mass production, we're really risking the brand name of our corporation, and we have to meet our specs.
So this is more than a cost, schedule, performance discussion. This is more than just making a concession in slipping a schedule. This is the unsolvable problem. That seems like it would be akin to a bloodletting. But here you say it happens more often than maybe we think.
Well, let me offer an example, Pete, and I'm going to put it in the context of creativity. Recently, Lee Iacocca has written a book called The 9 C's of Leadership. And the ability to think out of the box and to do things that haven't been done before is one of the things he mentioned. We had a client who brought us in to help them focus on quality in their projects. They had one trade show per year to introduce their products. That's the only chance they got in their minds. They had an X-ray therapy product, which costs hundreds of thousands of dollars, coming due for a trade show. And the technical quality was not up to spec. And their question was, should we demonstrate it and take orders, or should we wait until next year? And my response was, is there another alternative? Let's get into possibility thinking here. Now, what they came up with, what actually happened, because I put in front of them, you got to go for quality. And did some problem solving with them, but didn't reach the solution while I was there. They decided to delay because they were committed to quality in their products right from the get-go. So they missed the trade show. 4 months later, when the product was ready, they held a fly-in in Chicago and flew in all the key customers to witness the announcement and demonstration of this unique product. Afterwards, they called me up and they said, why didn't we think of this before? When we go to the trade show, all of our competitors are there. When we held this demo in Chicago, an announcement in Chicago, we got 100% of the customer's attention.
And it probably cost them the same amount of money.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing. That's great.
And they took orders.
Surely. They made a concession to go for quality. What happens when you're actually on the mass production deadline and you have that unsolvable problem?
Well, I agree with Will. You've got to get the sponsors involved and analyze whether this technical gap is going to make a difference in the marketplace. This now becomes a strategic decision.
I agree with John. This is when a project can really test its alignment with overall programs and maybe into the portfolio of the business. And it definitely becomes a business impact. So having that partner set up with not only our technical experts, but our business general management is very, very important in this, because it can have a lot larger impact than just the one project that we're dealing with or the one product we're releasing. It can have a hit on the actual brand of the corporation.
Brand comes first, brand and quality. Great discussion, gents. Thanks so much for joining us, and thank you for listening to Ask Cadence. We'll be back next week with another episode. Thanks so much.